joining us. Tonight, it is clear that Russia's war with Ukraine has started. President Biden specifically calling Russia's military moves an invasion. And as promised, the president and our European allies leveled tough new economic sanctions against Russia's financial institutions and oligarchs that are in Putin's inner circle. The president also warning Vladimir Putin that if he continues his aggression, there's even more punishment that can be inflicted, not with soldiers, but with more sanctions. In a ceremonial move today, the Russian Duma, that's the nation's parliament, gave President Putin permission to use military force outside the country. Just as these new satellite images just in show that troop deployments are now within 12 miles from Ukraine's border. Well, today's action sent markets into a free fall, with all three major indexes falling more than 1% and sending the S&P into correction territory. Well, tonight we have two reports from inside Ukraine, and in a minute we'll get analysis from our own Margaret Brennan. But first, we're going to start with CBS's Weijia Zhang, who joins us from the White House. Good evening, Weijia.
Good evening to you, Nora. Tonight, the White House says that the sanctions imposed today are only the sharp edge of the full pain the U.S. is prepared to inflict. President Biden emphasized that if Vladimir Putin escalates, so will he. But he also stressed that it comes at a cost: higher energy prices for Americans here at home. Today, President Biden warned Vladimir Putin was laying the groundwork to launch a large-scale incursion into Ukraine.
This is the beginning of a Russian invasion of Ukraine.
Putin's decision to send troops into two Moscow-backed breakaway regions of Ukraine while recognizing their independence has deepened the crisis.
Who in the Lord's name does Putin think gives him the right to declare new so-called countries on territory that belong to his neighbors? This is a flagrant violation of international law.
In response, the administration announced sanctions against two Russian financial firms and the country's sovereign debt, cutting it off from Western financing, plus sanctions on top Putin cronies and their family members. European allies also countered. Germany halted action on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, a top Putin project that would carry natural gas from Russia. But it's unknown if the new penalties will stop Putin, who has up to 190,000 troops surrounding Ukraine. And today, in a potentially grim sign of things to come, the Russian parliament authorized the use of military force abroad.
This is the most dangerous moment in European security for a generation.
Despite a pledge not to get into a shooting war with Russia, Mr. Biden announced he is sending new firepower to the region, up to 8 fighter jets and 32 helicopters, along with approximately 800 additional U.S. troops that will beef up NATO's eastern flank. At home, some Republicans called for tougher actions now.
The Biden administration has misjudged Putin about as badly as anyone since the world misjudged Hitler. I want a sanctions regime from hell next week.
But President Biden warned that sanctions could also cut off some oil supplies, driving up already high gas prices.
Defending freedom will have cost for us as well, and here at home. We need to be honest about that.
Tonight, Secretary of State Antony Blinken announced that he canceled a meeting with his Russian counterpart that was set for Thursday. And the White House said a summit between President Biden and Putin is certainly not an option right now. Nora?
That's significant. Weijia Zhang, thank you.